You're back from, were you at another wedding?
This last weekend, let's see, 2 weeks ago, I was at a wedding. Yes.
How many weddings? I feel like you're always at a wedding. It's like every 2 weeks you've got a new wedding that you're also giving a speech at.
Yeah, no, for real. The movie 27 Dresses.
I sort of remember that coming out. I don't
Heard
know if
of it? Yeah. I feel like I'm at about 58 dresses at this point.
Do you wear a different dress to each one?
Yep.
And what happens to the dresses after that?
My mom is infamous for telling me that I could always like trim a long gown and make it into a cocktail dress, but typically they just get recycled back into the consignment world.
Wow. And these speeches, are they also, how different are the speeches you're giving at these weddings?
Oh, it depends. The last wedding I was kind of a part of was just during the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, the last speech I gave was at my cousin's wedding.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think that went very well because the marriage didn't last.
It's already over. How long ago was this marriage?
Oh, I think we got maybe a year in.
Wow. And your
7 months.
speech sunk it immediately. It made the hole that slowly started to leak until the boat sank.
Yeah, I essentially capsized their marriage.
Oh man.
So.
Wow. That's impressive though. That's power.
It is. I feel really empowered by it, but also feel like the worst cousin in the world.
I bet it wasn't your speech if I had to guess, but it is a fun. Did you say some inflammatory things in the speech?
Absolutely. And this wouldn't be the first awards that was my fault. My parents, duh.
Is that true though? Because you've got siblings. It's at least a shared blame, right?
Yeah, totally shared blame. About 35%.
How old were you when your parents got divorced?
The concept was brought up when I was about 12, and then it was official when I was 16.
So like they said, we're thinking about it. What do you guys think?
They're like, this is what's up. Well, actually it was like, oh my God, your dad's leaving. Go tell him not to leave. And then try to tell him. And then he was like, see ya. And then a couple weeks later, he moved into our basement and they were like trying to work on things. And then I guess it didn't work out well for them.
So it's kind of like when Tony Soprano had to move into he like moved outside in the pool house, and then there's that season where he comes back ostensibly to yell at, to like give her some money, but then also to give Carmela money or AJ money, but then he always makes his way to the cold cuts in the refrigerator. Yes.
And also, my dad never hid like a stack of money in the planter or whatever the hell Soprano
yeah, the bird food, the duck food, right?
Yeah, yeah. So a less entertaining, but also a more entertaining separation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like there's a degree to which kids feel like it's the end of the world because it's a structure that you think needs to be solid. And then, I don't know, you get a little older and you're sort of like, yeah, some people should get divorced. That's actually a good thing.
Oh, 100%. I have like celebrated the new chapter for a decade now, at least. Like so glad. And it honestly, it makes me giggle so hard still interacting with both of my parents independently and then just like playing the what if game. Like what would they be like together? And it is too funny to repeat.
Yeah, my parents in particular, they were so young and there was never I was the only reason there was any intention of, I think, seeing each other again, probably, let alone for many days in a row. And it's just knowing what kind of adults they turned into. I can't imagine they were that much more compatible when they were, 20.
Right.
But that would have been an absolute disaster if they actually tried.
Oh, isn't it kind of nice to have like the 2 holiday situation? I know it's a pain in the ass, but it's also like, I'd so much rather have 2 peaceful, independent holidays than just one absolute cluster.
And it's always nice to have the excuse where you're sort of like, well, look at the time. I gotta go. I gotta, another place I need to be every holiday.
Yep. I actually recently tried to pull that. We have a whole familial lake house situation where one parent grew up on it. The other parent really liked it after visiting with my family. And so about 15 years post-divorce, the other parent has now purchased a home on this lake. And so I was going to go split off from parent A, go see parent B, and parent A was not interested in giving me a ride and or risking the chance of seeing parent B.
They're both on the same lake?
Yes.
That's hilarious. I love that idea.
It's so funny.
Like they're in such close proximity, but they desperately don't ever want to be around each other at the same time.
Yes, it's so entertaining to me. The last time both parents were in the same room, they did not speak to each other. It was for like a super happy celebration. Yeah, not so much.
Isn't that kind of weird to have that? I mean, I get it. You got a lot of baggage. You're going to have some resentments, but also like, you know, you get old and you're sort of like, I don't know, do I feel the need to be that awkward still, even this far removed from the drama?
Well, and that's the thing. And like both parents have significant others too, like very happy with both of their significant others. So I'm like, I wonder when this middle school emotion will dissipate from one parent in particular. But yeah, me talking about them as if they listen to this podcast, which they do not. But
I don't know if this sounds like they listen. This sounds like we assume that our parents would never listen to it to some extent.
Yeah. Because here's the thing is like, even if I tell them about it, they're not going to be like, okay, yeah, or they'll say, yeah, let me listen. What's the show called? But then never do it.
Yeah. Which is, I think for people who are actually people you see all the time, they don't necessarily need to listen to your podcast. I'd kind of rather it be a stranger.
Exactly. Or the friends that are like, why the hell don't you ever text me back? I'm like, listen to my podcast.
That's my favorite one. The people ask me all the time, you know, what did you watch this movie? Did you read this book? What do you think about, you know, what JD Vance said? And sometimes I have that knee-jerk reaction where I'm like, let me just send you a link where I riffed on this for an hour.
Yes.
Or, here's an article I wrote about this, which I don't know. It's not a good friend way to respond, but you're sort of like, I've already gone there.
You know what? But it's not a good friend to solicit that opinion if they don't know if you've ever spoken on it.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Shame on them for not knowing.
We've got a couple listener questions that are specifically for you. And I don't know if we want to wait until Will gets here. Or actually, one of them is specifically for you, and one I just organized as for you because I think it's like a girly question. And that might be sexist of me to have done that. So maybe we'll wait should we wait for Will for that so he can weigh in on whether I'm being insensitive by assuming it's a you question?
Yeah, for sure. Because I definitely think if you need to gauge sensitivity between men and women, like you should for sure ask the man first.
Well, just we need some more opinion. We need a tiebreaker, right? There's only two of us.
It is a tiebreaker, but hit me with the question for just me.
Okay, so this one was from I think Sarah was the name. Question was, would you ever join a co-ed book club, and what do you imagine you would read in a co-ed book club?
Oh, Sarah, thank you for the question. I have been a part of a co-ed book club before, and it was called Bible study.
Oh, no. What's in the Bible? A friend of mine asked me this once like a decade ago. He was like, if you're religious, you have to listen to a reading from the Bible every week for the whole year. You've probably heard the whole thing many times. Is there that much more there to go back to?
No, but when you have a group full of, like at this point, I was middle school, high school age, when you have a group of pubescent budding teenagers, I think there's more to quote unquote read between the lines or hear from all of these people.
Yeah. That's what they're really interested in, the word of God at that age.
Yeah, no cap. I would love to sit in on a Gen Z Bible study.
So you were with friends, like you knew the people already when you joined this club? It was like people you were in school with? Okay.
Yeah, knew the people. It was like the moms in the neighborhood all got together and decided this would be a good way for us to spend our time and, like practice abstinence and
Did you start at the beginning?
Sobriety. Yes. Made it through about halfway.
The whole Bible or halfway through Genesis?
Halfway through the Bible. There was a lot of skimming. It was like, okay, let's go through, because I think they needed to not dumb it down for us, but a little bit because we're just kids. And also the attention span is not there. But it'd be like more of a summary and then kind of a Russell Brand pick out your favorite verses.
So you guys are like, okay, what's my favorite Leviticus verse?
Yes.
And you're reading through 200 like rules about what fish you can eat and why, and you're sort of like, yeah, this one I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And then I go home and I'm like, Mom, do you know we're actually going to hell because we had shrimp for dinner last week?
Well, I was going to say, because like Genesis at least has a bunch of fun mythical stories, but then you get past Exodus and it really gets bogged down with just the minutia of how to live your life that doesn't really apply to lives today.
Yes, precisely. But Sarah, to answer your question for reals, I think it would be really fun to join a co-ed book club in my 30s. And I would imagine that it could be even more fun if we did it as a smutty book club. So like potential for a lot of risque literature, I think.
Does it have to then be meeting in the middle between stereotypical man and woman book clubs? So now it's kind of that thing we had joked about before where it's like the smutty letters of Robert E. Lee.
Yes, totally. Or like we can only read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus or whatever the fuck.
Will, welcome. We had a listener question about a co-ed book club, and so I thought it'd be interesting to see Courtney's thoughts about not only would she join one, but just what kind of stuff. If the men and the women, when you separate them, tend toward very different sorts of literature, what could they agree to read together?
That is an excellent question. Something academic, but smutty. I think would be the right combination. So you could have like you'd have Cleopatra's letters to Mark Antony. You know what I mean? Sort of like historic. You get the guy nerds involved, but then also there's a bunch of smutty letters. You know.
So true. But what if it's not just nerds and sluts in the book club? And I'm saying all this non-derogatory. This is a term of endearment.
I didn't even think it was a slut book club. I thought it was sort of a horny singles near you book club situation. At least that's sort of what it sounds like.
Book club for horny people. Come as you are.
Why is it that the men one is just zero libido and the woman one is only libido? Why isn't that strange?
Yeah, maybe because men have more outlets to be horny. Or like more locker room talk. I don't know. This is
like men are
purely
also more visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men
don't care about words.
They want to see it.
Exactly. Words don't make me get going.
Words don't make
sexually.
hard on me.
Right. But now pictures, there you go. You know what I mean?
So I feel why like can't we maybe like a graphic comic?
There you go. Sort of the best of both worlds.
Guys, should we write a book specifically for all gender book club?
An all gender book. It's the first.
I love it.
The first book for men and women.
And theys and anybody else.
Yeah,
it's the first book for all genders, wherein we only talk about men and women, and we make one reference.
It's got
or not.
There's a lot of scenes of horny characters, and then I guess we just have to put dirty pictures in there to make sure everyone's on the same page.
But they could all be like hand drawn, hand illustrated, maybe more like a stick figure situation, so as to not offend the people who aren't so visual.
Yes, keep it tasteful. You know what I mean?
This is going to turn into like you have to buy the men copy or the woman copy, and I don't know if we've solved the problem.
Yes, but again, we're going to have a non-binary copy as well, because I think this
is complicated now. This is
unavoidable.
We're just creating a Gillette for men and Gillette for women, but the book club version of that.
This is and then Jeremy Boring is going to have his special one that's like his razors for conservative men as opposed to just razors for men.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The Black Rifle Coffee Company, razor company.
My really burnt coffee is for Republicans.
Which, by the way, can we talk about razors really quick? Because it is an absolute crime at how much cheaper and more efficient your manly razors are versus my womanly razors.
I've never looked into women razors, so I buy the ones where it's got, I don't know, like 5 blades or whatever. And those, is there actually a design difference between those, the number of razors for men or for women?
Yeah, I feel like women's oscillates between 3 and 5 blades.
Okay. And
which 3 is not productive.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
I don't know how are people doing the 1 and the 2? Because I try those occasionally. I slash up my whole face. It looks like I got in a fight.
That's what they're doing. That's everybody else is doing the same thing, Tom. When it's a 1 or 2 blade situation, it's just that's what you're gonna get.
But those are for sale. That's like half of the blades, if you go to the store, are the 1 and the 2, and they are cheap, but they're not going to do anything for you.
Yeah, they're gonna be cheap too.
You may as well use a steak knife.
Yeah, a very sharp kitchen knife, like one of those Chinese
serrated one.
Yeah,
honestly,
serrated.
You might cut yourself less with a bread knife if you use that instead of a one blade razor.
Yeah, Gillette for 1. No, thank you. Gillette for 5. Yes, please.
Well, okay, so I don't know if we got to the bottom of it, Sarah, but I guess we are open to the concept, but we're still looking for what would be books. So how about listeners, Sarah, or anyone else, if you have ideas for what a co-ed book club should read, please put them in the comments, and we'll happily revisit this in future shows.
Happily. And you know what? We could even do a book club simulation if you wanted to see how something like that would run out for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have
Send us your ideas.
if John Malkovich were reading this, and also who would be the woman that John Malkovich is in a book club with?
Helen Mirren.
If Helen Mirren and John Malkovich both
Mirren
read this,
is here with me.
Jennifer Coolidge.
yeah, right. We'll do instead of like an earnest simulation, we'll imagine a bunch of celebrities read these books and see how that goes.
Yeah.
I like that. You know what I think would be a good one for both genders is that Curious Case of Benjamin Button. He's sort of aging backwards, so you got all generations there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of old people showing up to the book club at first. Maybe they don't have that much life left. Maybe they won't really hang on till the end, but they're there for the part that represents them. And then as Benjamin Button ages backwards, maybe more and more young people, more and more hot singles. They start to like the vibe. That something like that could kind of work out. I feel like
I can already smell what the shift of this book club population is.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
That sounds so unpleasant. I don't want to be in that room. Yeah.
Wow.
Can I opt out of this book club already if this is the case?
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of mandatory.
Can you bring a candle to the next book club then, Courtney? Like a Yankee candle? It smells like coconut dreams or something.
We actually have to have
potpourri coconut dreams.
One candle is going to be cedar wood, and the other is going to be like I don't know what
lilac.
Yeah, lilac. We have to have the mixture of the feminine and the masculine scents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, it smells like wood and flowers in here. So androgynous. Yes. I don't know why I almost said ambidextrous. Been a long day, folks.
Well, okay, so that was one of our questions. Will, I had put 2 questions off. One was specifically for Courtney. The other I just assumed was for Courtney, but I do want to get a check on if I'm being sexist here, because maybe it's for all of us. But listener Peyton posted a question, which was, where do we think Taylor Swift is getting married, and is the current plan a diversion? And I just assume that's a girl question.
I think it's more of a Swiftie question, Tom.
Thank you.
That happens to be 89% to 94% women, Tom. That's nothing to do with me.
Well, Will, I'm a Swiftie in the sense that I like Gulliver's Travels, the Jonathan Swift satire.
Yes. Yes, a fantastic novel.
That's so funny.
Lots of fun, little people and big people all over the place.
And horse people.
Speaking of diversity.
I read that, and got to say, it's one of those ones where, again, everyone's like, it's so fun. It was so funny and so biting, the satire, that he couldn't put his name on it. And you read it, and it's just like, yeah, the floop-floobs have a theory that everybody's equal. And you're like, God, I guess this was biting satire.
The Floom got extincted by this other people called the Flobbers, who now run it like a highly capitalist society. And you're like, yeah, this isn't really satire. This is sort of like going back to the 1960s and watching the Jetsons and being like, oh, that's what you think 2020 is going to be like. Huh,
yeah. He's like, I had to hide my name from this dangerous piece of humor.
Yeah. I could have gotten doxxed in 1789.
I will say, I think that's the first time probably somebody put the story together where a guy, he's bigger than everybody else at the beginning. He's with the Lilliputians, I think, and they're all very tiny. And then their village, I think like the queen's castle, her little castle's on fire, and he has to put it out. And he he pees on it to put the fire out. And I guess that's probably the first time anyone told that joke. And I'll give Jonathan Swift. That was a funny one.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. I mean, when in doubt, you got an old fire hose available. Anyways, I think we've lost Courtney, Tom. I think Courtney's already she fell off the jet ski about 2 minutes ago, and we got to circle back now.
Yes, I did.
Courtney, are you familiar with Gulliver's Travels?
The
fantastic novel.
He brings her back on from the water to push her back out.
Yeah. Oh no, she's getting pulled under. Courtney, what's a book that you like that you think would be? I don't know. Have you been reading anything recently? I actually just got my library card for the local library here, and I've finally put it to good use. I have a couple books checked out. I have to return next week, so I've been kind of working through them.
So you're like, well, I have to return them next week, so I'm probably not going to open them. That's not enough time.
Yeah. Gosh, I wish I mean, I've already had them for 2 weeks. Haven't even cracked them open yet, but I will at some point.
I've got Les Mis and The Count of Monte Cristo. I don't know if I'll get through them by next week.
Yeah, I also have War and Peace. I think I'll probably be able to finish that by at least Friday.
No, my silence dropped off quick because I had to do some super deep dive R&D about Miss Taylor Swift.
Oh,
because I was
research.
like an original Swiftie. So we can answer Peyton's question first, and then I'll tell you what I'm reading.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not
Perfect.
currently like watching for her at the Lakers game and screaming when the camera finds her.
This might shock you both, but no.
It doesn't necessarily shock me. I guess I just thought of the three of us, it'd be more plausible if you were kind of aware of that, or even if you knew people who were interested in that than maybe Will or I do.
Yeah, no, I definitely, unfortunately, still get mega goosebumps when I hear specific Taylor Swift songs, and I could probably sing like maybe 2/5 of her discography.
Oh man, see now I wish I had subverted Tom's expectations, and that had been me, and I had known all that. And Courtney had been like, "Yeah, I don't know, she's some blonde girl, right? Something like that."
Yeah, Taylor
I wish.
Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Tyler Swift. Yeah.
But rumor has it people think that they're going to tie the knot in New York City at like Madison Square Garden, or people are speculating at her estate in Rhode Island.
Yes,
Probably
the estate. A friend of mine is obsessed with Taylor Swift. Like, I think she watched that concert, that 3-hour-long concert movie. I think she just watched that like twice when that dropped on Netflix, or I think it was like you could rent it on Amazon. Even she rented it twice in a row. Just kept watching it. Like,
I'm
kind of impressed with that actually.
She went to that like Black Dog, what is it, like a coffee shop or a restaurant or something that Taylor Swift
Black
sings
Rifle.
about.
The Black Rifle
right.
coffee
Might
shop.
as well be.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I mean,
Oh, no.
she's like one step removed from a stalker. Like Taylor Swift security people probably should know who she is and be watching for her.
Yeah, damn. If you guys are interested, our audience interested in talking to a Swiftie, we can absolutely have her pop on one of these days.
I had a sorry to interject, Tom. This is just bringing up some funny memories for me. I remember when I was a junior in high school, I had an English teacher, and she was obsessed with Taylor Swift. Very nice lady. Pretty good English teacher, I would say. Although she would easily get distracted and just start talking about Taylor Swift for like 25 minutes of the hour-long class. So I ended up learning more about Taylor Swift at the time than English literature, unfortunately.
Is there a song in particular that you've listened to and liked?
She's like, we're gonna diagram "Shake It Off" today.
Yeah.
Learn the grammar.
We're talk about the grammar. Talk about the use of adjectives here. Sort of freshen things up from where we left Beowulf last week. I suppose in retrospect, that was probably a decent approach. Just keeping us mildly interested in what she was saying.
Grendel is kind of like the Travis Kelce of Beowulf.
Yeah, you see, Grunhilda is sort of like the Sabrina Carpenter, sort of the rival of Gertrude here, and I don't remember any of this story, but
it's very funny to imagine you're doing like old literature, old English literature specifically, and that's when she finds ways to bring Taylor Swift in, as opposed to like contemporary literature where maybe there's kind of a link.
Yeah, instead of talking about like some fun contemporary like Sylvia Plath, and sort of it's sort of like, well, the tortured woman who just yearns to be free. She's just sort of like, what if Canterbury Tales was a Taylor Swift song?
Yes, the Swift's tale might go a little like this. She starts singing her fan fiction.
I was going to make you read The Merchant of Venice, but instead we're going to sing Love Story by Taylor Swift, and I'll integrate sort of how that works into the class.
Kind of like Swift lock. You're like, that's a stretch, miss. That's I don't really see that one.
Ma'am, I do think that's bordering on questionable, just to be quite blunt.
But so, okay, Courtney, you were into because Taylor Swift had, when did she start to become a thing? I don't even really know the chronology.
Like 2005-ish, I feel like she came on the scene.
Okay, and then she was superstar, what, like 10 years after that?
Probably by 2009, she got very popular, and then like superstardom, I would say within the last 5 years. Right?
Okay, all right, so not that long, really.
Because I feel like once the Eras tour came out, that's when it really was very apparent how global her stardom was.
And I guess so. If my friend who's totally obsessed with Taylor Swift has many thoughts again about where this wedding is going to happen, but can you walk me through the fandom? Because like there are people I'm a big fan of. I guess I never have thought what is the venue of their wedding going to be.
You know what? I think I did not get all of my feminine intuition chips when I was created, because I don't give a shit about any of this. And I'm so sorry to our listener that really wants to know, and I wish that I could be that Swiftie for you, but it irks me so bad how big the obsession has grown. Like before it was like, oh, this girl's a talented, maybe a little bit Nepo baby that has good writing skills, but now
Is she a Nepo baby? Who are her parents?
Two very rich people.
What do we know their story? What are they rich?
I don't know. I heard somehow they're plugged into some producer network in Nashville.
Oh,
which is very convenient if you have a young and up and coming sort of daughter prodigy.
But it's not. I mean, that's all success is kind of like that, though. You know, like you're talented, and either you happen to be related to or run into the right people, or you don't.
Yeah,
non-derogatory Nepo in her case.
I was hoping it'd be like her parents own Lockheed Martin.
Oh,
wouldn't that be great? That'd be so cool.
That'd be a fun twist. Like, not only is she a Nepo baby, but she's a Nepo baby of like pure evil.
Yeah, she's a Nepo baby and a plant, a CIA plant, sort of to get the military-industrial complex more normalized in American everyday life. So we're talking about red, white, and blue explosions, baby.
So she and Travis Kelce got engaged. I don't know exactly when, but I guess
Kelce is the football guy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know anything about their relationship. I know she wrote songs about his anatomy or whatever, but that's the kind of the extent of what I know about either of them. But so the speculation is not just that they're getting married, but they're like throwing out like red herrings about where they might be getting married, or saying, "Oh, it's going to be here, but it might actually be over here." What's going on with all this?
I would have a feeling, because there is such a massive Swiftie crowd, that you would probably need to throw some red herrings out there for ones that are a little bit more resourceful and have the ability to show up.
Well, the ones like my former high school English teacher, who would be like, actually, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in the Rhode Island estate. I'm going to be going to the Martha's Vineyard estate, because I know all about every single one of Taylor's houses.
Yeah, she's on your old teacher's on the same list as my friend. I think the security teams they got a picture of this person. If they see them, they're like, all right, take them down.
Yep. Yeah. All the snipers have like a little. All the snipers at the venue, they have a little sort of Rolodex of people to look out for.
Yeah. Who was it that attacked Jude Law's daughter? Was that
Chappell?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Taylor Swift needs to hire that dude straight from Brazil and get him there for the wedding, I think.
Maybe she just needs to hire Chappell.
Chappell Roan personally is going to beat up Jude Law's. It turns out Jude Law's daughter is looking suspicious outside the Taylor Swift wedding and gets beat up again.
Yeah, part 2, the reckoning. Chappell Roan's like, "Get over here, kid.
What's the Chiefs Stadium? Maybe they're going to get married there. That's my
that'd
speculation.
be so cool. Honestly, at that point, just do that. You know what I mean? Why not just like have a big wedding that's like a concert thing? And like if you're just like, I mean, maybe I'm too cynical. Maybe I'm not enough of an artist, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Or maybe I'm not plugged in enough to the country music scene or pop music scene. But I feel like at a certain point, your whole life is publicity, and your wedding is just going to be publicity too. So might as well just turn it into like the wedding tour. You know what I mean? Like the wedding concert tour, and she can, I don't know, she can come out in a little white dress and do a little thing, and then everyone can scream, and then she can throw the bouquet, and then she could just do the set list. Like. I don't know why they can't just do that too. I feel
or like thousands of bouquets could rain from the sky.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Maybe I'm also not worth already $1 billion, so I don't even need to worry about this stuff. So
yeah, Taylor, we got some ideas for how you can make more money.
Yeah, Ms. Swift, if you'd like some more genius takes on what you could do with your career, how to squeeze every last red nickel out of everything, just come to us. We'd love to help.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got to the bottom of that. I don't know if our listener anticipated that we would know anything about that or thought it'd be funny that we didn't. But I guess we actually didn't get throw really any firm guesses out there. So you're saying the stadium, Courtney? That's your guess?
Stadium or Mall of America?
Mall of America. Okay, Will, what's your guess?
My guess would be I'm gonna say probably the Cape of Good Hope or somewhere in Patagonia.
Oh wow.
The Cape of Good Hope. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Nobody saw it coming until this guess right now.
On a giant big boat. I mean, you'll have plenty of privacy. No one's really going around the Cape of Good Hope anymore.
What if, Rhode Island is pretty close to Delaware. What if, I know she endorsed Kamala for president. What if she goes over to Joe Biden's house? And
shit.
Major Biden is doing security and Joe gives a speech.
And then they have ice cream trucks instead of cake.
Yeah.
Flip Flop is one of the ushers.
Flip Flop. That's he's
Flip Flop and Peanut.
He's making less sense than ever. It's not even clear if he's really forming words anymore. But he gives a 30-minute speech.
Into Weekend at Biden's. They gotta.
He gives a 30-minute mumble.
I'm going to walk Taylor down the aisle because she is my daughter. And they're like, no, sir, she's not your daughter.
She's not your daughter, and her father's actually right over there. So,
and he's richer than you are. He made more money than the president.
Yeah, and he's also considered more successful because he did more stuff that made him a lot more money and fame. No offense, sir.
Yeah, and he's like, Major, get him.
Major, sick him.
That's the one thing he can say now in his old age.
That's the one part he's always lucid for. When he needs his dog to attack somebody conveniently, so he can be like, oh shit. Somebody get some help.
Yeah. I didn't tell him to do that. I don't know why he's attacking everybody again.
Why?
Hey, speaking of lucidity, quick reminder to like us, subscribe. Yes. Tom, take it away.
Okay. That was just a hot potato to me to do the annoying plug.
You got the good rhythm. I haven't quite figured that out yet.
Well, it's pretty simple, everybody. We do a lot of podcasts. We have a lot of episodes out there. We have a lot of them that are free, but a lot more that are not, because we like to make a little bit of money and also show that there's some value to what it is that we're doing. So as of episode 50, there are 10 episodes of the show that we keep up for free on basically every podcast app and YouTube. And everything older than that, including some bonus episodes that we're doing, go up behind the paywall. And so you can access all of the bonus episodes and the entire archive at y2kshow.substack.com. And if you do that for $5 a month or $30 a year, you can get the entire backlog, and you get a separate RSS feed that, this is when people lose me, I feel like, but you go into your podcast app, there's a thing you can do where whatever app you're in, you can get the special premium RSS feed from Substack, plug that into whatever app you like, and then the premium feed will go directly to that app, so you don't have to go to Substack to listen. But premium subscriber over at y2kshow.substack.com.
Stay with us, folks. It gets better.
Stop.
Hey, quick question. What's an RSS feed, and how do I plug it in? What does that mean?
So this is going to be more boring probably than me even just saying it, but an RSS feed is so your podcast feed comes from basically a line of code so that your app knows to take the new episodes or any content from it. So like when you subscribe to the Joe Rogan Experience, which I think a lot of our listeners are big fans of, when you subscribe to that, your app just takes that RSS feed, which is just a line of code, and then it says, okay, whenever they post new content, send that to my phone. And because we have technically two feeds, we've got the free one, which has little promos for the stuff that's older than 10 episodes, and then the 10 current ones. That's one. So that'd be our free feed. And then we have a premium feed, which is just all the full episodes, everything we've ever done. If you don't want to have to go to Substack and listen in a browser or in the Substack app, maybe you like your Apple podcast app. I don't know if anyone likes their Apple podcast app, but they're so far in that they're not going to switch to another podcast app at this point. You can go into your settings and add a premium RSS feed. And it sounds complicated, but just when you subscribe and become a premium subscriber on Substack, you can just copy that RSS feed and then put it into whatever app you want. And then you only have to use the Apple podcast app and you get the premium feed right there.
Oh, that's convenient.
It's convenient. It sounds annoying and complicated, but it's pretty simple. And if anyone needs an explainer, let us know. I can walk you through it more, but I'm not going to hypothetically get so far into the weeds that you now turn off the episode.
Yeah, tech support with Tom. We'll do a segment in every show.
While we're doing the boring stuff, though, let's also remind people we need reviews. And again, not out of ego purposes. We don't necessarily care that much, but
yes, we have all experienced ego death, so we don't need to worry about that. Continue, Tom.
The algorithm cares, and if we want more people to get the show plugged to them, the algorithm to push them toward it, or just suggested shows to have this, it is very helpful to have some reviews and some ratings on whatever podcast app that you listen to. So if you're an Apple or Spotify, please go and give us a review. You don't have to really write that much. Just write, funny, awkward, confusing, scary, whatever it is that you're feeling. And then if you just give us 4 or 5 stars, that'll be really helpful for us.
Yeah, but if you're going to give 4 stars, I mean, what's one more star?
That's right.
If you're going to give us 4 stars, just let us know why. Also, something that in other countries, we have a decent amount of overseas listeners as well.
We do. Yes.
If you're overseas and you want to leave us a 3-star review, from what I understand in Korea, that's pretty much a 5-star review. So, that might keep that in mind as well. We're sort of going to grade it on a curve.
I don't know that let's not support people let's not encourage the 3-star reviews though.
No, I don't. I'm just saying that if you're, from a different background than the US and you're like 5 stars, that's too high. I understand that. But please do explain in the comments. For all you American listeners, we need the 5 stars. So help us out.
What's been rising is Japan is now up to a firm 1% of our listeners are from Japan.
Hey.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Konnichiwa.
So what's a 4-star review? I'm going to make an insensitive joke. I feel like if I riff on this, what happens? What's the review system like in Japan?
Well, so it's more first of all, to all of our Japanese listeners, irashaimase. I don't know if that's appropriate.
Is that insensitive?
They're welcome here.
They're turning it off now. They're unsubscribing.
No, that means you're welcome. That means welcome. But the thing is, I've only heard that for like a sort of a shop. So I don't know if that.
They think you sounded a little sarcastic when you said it, though.
But I didn't. That's how the language sounds. Anyways, I'm not going to defend this to you. What was the question?
What's the rating system like? Would 4 stars? Would that be a knock on your honor over there?
No, 4 stars would be great. 4 stars, you'd be like, yeah, that's a solid place. I've gone to places to eat in Japan that had like a 3.8 or a 4.2, and they were great.
Okay. All right.
And it's kind of funny because you would think like, wow, a 3.8 in the US, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to get food poisoning at that place. Or at a minimum, I'm going to get, ripped off, just sort of lose my money on shitty food. But over there, it's like even in Korea, you'll see a coffee shop that's a 3.2. Somebody will put 3 stars and they'll say good. And the review will just say good. Or they'll say 3 stars and they'll be like, it's nice. So that seems to be like sort of a positive thing over there.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like they're grading it a little bit more harshly than we would, I think. We're going, everything's amazing. I love it. A very American approach. And they're going sort of like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's nothing to write home about, but I'd go back there maybe once or twice.
I've done the good thing, because you ever go to a place where you pay and then they hand you the little device, and then there's like 50 questions that you have to answer before you just get your receipt. It's like,
Yes.
was there, did you have a good time here? Yes. How good was it? Yeah. What was good? What could have been better? How was the
Who
service?
was with you?
Yeah.
How'd you sleep last night?
How was the food? How were the drinks? Yeah. How
Was your blood pressure high this morning?
right? How are your pants fitting?
Is your waitress pregnant?
Yeah. Are you pregnant?
And so when I have to, at least when you just sort of do the thumbs up, thumbs down, that's fast. But then sometimes it's like there's a little text bubble. I'm supposed to put something in there, and so I'll just put good, 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 good for everything until it's done.
So
That's fair.
all this chat is making me think about all of our foreign friends who are here for the World Cup. Have you gentlemen been seeing any of these like food review videos from people from the UK or like Germans at Waffle House or there has been a massive response to people seeing yellow school buses. People, I guess, have
Really?
just assumed
That's so
that was
funny.
just for cinema.
They assume
Have
it's
you
for
seen any of these?
What do they?
Like,
what do they
thought
think
it was just movie.
So what do they
movie
picture
stereotype.
a real school bus looking like?
No one says. Everyone just
If
assumes.
we're from the UK, it's probably like a double-decker school bus, right?
Yeah, that's all the buses they know there.
Yeah.
Well,
which
Courtney, you sent me one here. I'm going to pull this up. Do you want to set up this guy? He is French, and he just discovered Buc-ee's.
yes. And for all of our foreign listeners who are unfamiliar with Buc-ee's, it is like a mega warehouse gas station market
Yeah. Imagine
restaurant.
imagine like a mega mart, but also a gas station.
Yeah. So this his mind is getting blown.
Okay, let me rewind to the beginning here.
Of the world in the US, and it's called Buc-ee's. They say it's a gas station, but that's a lie. A gas station has a sad sandwich and a coffee machine that never works. This place has 120 pumps. 120. Why? Are you refueling the US Air Force? Are you preparing for an alien invasion? That's terrifying. And the mascot is a beaver in a baseball cap. I saw grown men taking photos with a statue of a rodent. In France, we have revolutions. In the US, you bow down to a squirrel on steroids. And inside, the aggression. A man with a knife screaming, fresh brisket on the board. Sir, calm down. I just want sparkling water. Don't kill me. But I
All right, I can't pause it, but let me just say, it's kind of endearing that anybody at this point in the late empire of the US is shocked at the level of excess you might find.
Yes.
Yeah. In the dying days of the empire, when things are at their most sort of uneven, unequal, and absurdly hedonistic.
Yeah, that's beautiful that he anticipated things would be sort of like subtle and nuanced anywhere here.
I thought you'd have a gas station like the one I have near my arrondissement in Paris. I thought you'd have like a gas station with like maybe 2 pumps, maybe 4 pumps, but 120 pumps, that's too much. That's way too much.
Yeah.
I thought you'd have maybe like a baguette in the gas station available, but no, just brisket and 4,000 type of.
This is when
rodent.
Liam Neeson
Slushy.
on the phone with the hostage negotiation, sort of like, when's the brisket going to be ready? I'm almost, I got to go pick up my daughter from these hostage kidnappers a little bit. No, it's not done yet? Okay, all right, I'll wait. Oh, it's going to take 16 hours? That's fine. I'll pick her up tomorrow.
I did not know they serve meat in a gas station.
Everyone does have brisket now. I feel like Americans, like the South was all in on brisket for a long time, and everywhere else is just sort of like, yeah, actually, slow cooked smoked meat is really good.
Yeah, we sort of already do that here and in other places. Actually, yeah, I will say American barbecue outside of America is kind of interesting sometimes. It's not, it's a good spiritual attempt, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a reason why Anthony Bourdain didn't go to like any American barbecue place in like, you know, Tokyo, Japan. Although I'm sure they might have a great one there that I'm just very ignorant of.
Well,
But do you think they're handling their ribs just with their hands, or do you think they're attempting with cutlery? Because I saw another video of some
Yeah.
Brits trying to fork and knife a rack of ribs.
I can't bloody cut this thing. It's a bone in it.
The owner came over and was like, "Oh, absolutely not. No. Put those down."
Can you hand me that? Can you let me borrow your knife? I need to cut this biscuit. I need to cut it into little pieces.
I feel like they need
my fork.
I want them to have little colloquialisms for fork and knife. Like I wouldn't even know that that's what he's asking for.
Yeah. Can you hand me the bunty? Like,
exactly. The bunty and the squinty.
Yeah, the bunty and squint. You're like, what? My silverware. Oh, yeah, sure. I didn't know you called it the bunty and squint. I'm sorry.
Right, I need a clonger too.
What? Yeah. Can I get a bottle of water as well? You're like, oh.
But he'd have a different basically like every single noun.
Sorry, what kind of water?
Yeah, a bunker water, a
bottle of water, please, sir. My brisket mouth is so salty. I need a bottle of water.
I think I've complained to you guys about this before, but I was shocked when I was in Paris. That so I guess I never have felt like I just chug water in some kind of indecent way more than in Paris, where everybody's drinking alcohol and smoking all day long. And if you want a tall water and you drink it more, and like if you drink even half of it, they sort of act like you're some kind of savage beast that's just like run up to a river and is chugging things. And I'm like, I don't know how hydrated they are in Europe, and I'm a little worried about it.
Yeah, maybe it's just different thresholds over there. Maybe their body composition of water isn't the same as ours.
Yeah, the more water you drink, the more you sweat and smell bad.
But they all do sweat. They all sweat and smell bad in France too. That's just normal there.
That's true. They all smell like cigarettes and BO. Yeah. No offense to any of our French listeners.
They're not bothered by it.
They're not. They're free. They're living in the moment. They're not putting chemicals in your armpit.
Yeah.
They also don't eat as many fake forever chemicals over there, so it probably helps with their natural body odor.
But water is, I feel like, haven't we all agreed that just being as hydrated as possible is a good goal? Or do they not? They don't think that in France?
Did you literally get weird looks from people or anything?
Well, so really? The worst was at breakfast in the hotel. And so they would have, there was like, you could go self-serve some things, and they would just put out one big bottle of water, and you could pour into your glasses however much water you wanted. But it's sort of like there's a bunch of people here drinking, and the water, they would put, most of them wouldn't get a water at all. They'd get a coffee, or they'd have a little milk or a tea or whatever. And my impulse would sort of be like, I kind of want to have like 32 ounces of ice water with breakfast.
Yeah.
Cause I'm going to go walk 30,000 steps today. Right. I'd like to be hydrated first thing, but you literally have one big bottle of water. And so you can only fill one glass so many times with that. And so I would kind of keep going up and refill, and then it'd be empty. And then it'd be like, well, this American's hogging all our water. This American hog is hogging all our water.
That's so funny. You got to just not care about that. I mean, you just got to go up and like fill all. Tom, I've brought water bottles from other hotels before that I've refilled in like the next hotel place, and they've given me this look, and I've been like, "Hey, you're gonna need to refill this soon."
Yeah,
you got to get a little sassy with them. You're like, "Hey, just a heads up, you're gonna need to refill this by the time I'm done."
Because somebody would come around every few minutes or so, and then sort of like look around and look at the water, like, "Oh my God, can you believe this one water bottle ran out?" I have to go get another.
35 to 50 guests in this hotel want to all share the liter of water we have available. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
to be drinking their own piss.
It was very counterintuitive. As an American in America, I always feel like I've never been hydrated in my life. And then you go there and you're like, okay, I'm weird for trying.
You know what it is? They're all drinking tap water. They just drink tap water, like whether you can Google like, oh, is the water safe to drink in like Budapest or whatever, but you can like most of the time just drink the water there, and I feel like that's what all the locals do. So then they see people like you getting water, and then they're like, that is so strange, you can just gargle the water from the toilet. Maybe not everybody does that, but anyways, you can't do that in America. For our foreign listeners, you can, but you'll lose all your hair, and you'll develop like spots on your skin. You might also go blind, and you'll have at least one child with a dozen birth defects. So I recommend to not do that. So yeah, that's probably part of the cultural disconnect too.
Where do you land on sparkling water?
Love it.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's
addicted.
It's not as readily available in America as I would like it to be.
No.
Yeah. You know what I like? Mineral water.
Yeah.
That's they don't have a lot of options for that in the US. They have a lot of Perrier, and then they have that one that's like a San Pellegrino. But yeah, I heard one of those got tainted recently. Sort of found something in the San Pellegrino fountain.
I thought you were gonna say like the big vat that they make all the San Pellegrino. It's like a Batman villain fell in as he was being chased. It's been fermenting.
Yeah, it's like giant boiling cauldrons of Perrier.
That's what they.
How do you think they get the bubbles?
How many Batman villains fell into a big vat of chemicals and then turned into a villain? I feel like it's at least 3.
Yeah, at least 2.
I mean,
sure,
at this
Harvey,
they're still making
Joker.
Batman comics, right? At this point, they got to be like, yeah, he falls into a bunch of Roundup. Now he's the Roundup man.
Yeah, now he's got 4 arms, and then he's got 6 eyes. 2 of them are on his front teeth, sort of like a biblically accurate angel. We're making this as horrifying as possible. We're infusing horror into the new Batman comic book series, like you've never seen it before.
And we'll read them at our next Go Ed book club.
Yeah,
Would the women
comics.
be into like a horror Batman series though? I mean, like, question for you, Courtney. What would punch it up for you to the point where you're like, yeah, I guess I'd go to Batman comic book club.
Batman smut.
Is that
Batman
interesting
smut.
though? I mean,
Okay.
Isn't Batman is asexual, right? Or he's so repressed that he's functionally asexual.
I mean, what is Robin? What is the relationship with Robin?
Ooh,
yeah.
Nothing else. You
But
know what I mean?
also throw in Catwoman, like throw in all the
That's
people,
true.
and then maybe we can discuss.
Master Bruce,
Good
are you
old-
sure that you want to adopt this little boy orphan? You might think it might look a little bit weird for you to be walking around with this little orphan.
Master Bruce, you can't adopt him. He's 17 and a half years old.
Yeah. It's like who was Matt Gaetz? He had that like a 15-year-old that he was walking
Yeah.
around with that he was like, this is my son.
Yeah, this is my son that I adopted when he was like 14 from like Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Master
No, wait.
Bruce, I'm not comfortable with any of this. I don't think it's becoming a Dwayne household.
Yeah. Master Bruce, I raised you because your parents were killed in front of you in a horrific manner, allegedly.
Not because I was 3 years older than you and thought you were so cute.
Yeah, not because I've been grooming you from birth.
Yeah.
Because your parents died tragically, and I felt so bloody bad for you. And I was like, I can't just steal his billions and leave him on the street, you know. But Master Bruce, if you do the same thing, that's going to look a little odd, you know. Especially you want him to wear tights.
You want to not even wear all of the tights. He's just got sort of a Speedo situation.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Master Bruce. I don't really know if that's the look, you know. People are saying sort of
Alfred, he
the
needs a
rich.
really skimpy outfit when he crime fights with me.
Yeah. Okay. Tom, you can be Batman. I'll be Alfred, and then
I'll be Robin.
you can be Robin. Courtney.
This is dark already. I don't know if I like this.
Actually, you know what? You can be Catwoman, Courtney, and you can be talking sense into Batman with me. We'll be doing an intervention for Batman's.
Catwoman, what do you does he have to talk like the Christian Bale where he's like a
Yes.
Yeah, of
wolf?
course.
He's like a rabid wolf.
If you are not
The
hacking
answer is
along
yes.
by the end of this, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
that would be a good vocal warm up before you do a podcast because then you get that raspy radio voice.
The Joker.
How does Catwoman sound?
That's
For
a
me?
good. I mean,
I
it's
don't know. Just sort of like a catty lady.
well,
you
so
know?
Anne Hathaway didn't really do a voice, and then you had Michelle Pfeiffer did like sultry Michelle Pfeiffer voice. I don't know.
And Halle Berry's just sexy.
Oh, I forgot all about the Halle Berry. Did she
That's
do a
Halle
voice?
Berry one, yeah.
I never saw that.
Oh, also Zoe Kravitz.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot all about that Robert Pattinson one because it was very boring. Struggling to stay awake for 2.5 hours.
Master Bruce is getting quite boring.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should make this movie more interesting.
Yeah. Alfred, we need to play that one song over and over again. What's that song? Something in the Way. Who's the band behind that one?
Something in the way she moves or whatever.
No, it's like something
weird
in
for a
the
Batman
way. They play the song all the way through twice in this new Batman movie, and I'm like, okay, come on, guys.
Master Bruce. That's excessive. Master Bruce, I don't know about this latest film documentary crew following you around. I don't know if this is going to be a good. I've seen sort of what they're listening to, and they keep listening to this song on repeat. Alfred, shooting the movie.
Alfred, in addition to fighting crime, I've started a Nirvana cover band on Thursday. Tell Commissioner Gordon if there's a crime on Thursdays, I'm singing Nirvana songs. I can't do it.
Master Bruce, when do you find the time? When do you find the time?
I can't save Gotham tonight. I've got practice.
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible. Catwoman, do you want to? Master Bruce is trying to change the topic over here. I'm sort of hoping we could be like, don't do the adoption.
Catwoman's wearing a nice little outfit in my bedroom. I need you to tell her to go away because I'm doing a Pearl Jam concert tomorrow.
Here's the thing. My outfit's going to be sexy no matter what room I'm in. I need you to get your shit together and grow up. Quit hitting on all those young baby boys trying to make them your son.
What? I wasn't listening. I had earbuds in listening to something in the way.
Okay, here's how it goes. Little boy, tights, not for you.
Alfred, what if you got a drum set and started playing the drums?
Master Bruce, I don't know if that's going to help the situation. Listen, I've told you, stop emailing Mr. Jeffrey Epstein and start getting focused on what you need to do, which is fighting crime.
Jeffrey's giving me some new young crime fighters. He claims that they're very good.
Master Bruce, no,
he shipped
that's
one
not
to
going
me.
to be helpful. No. You don't need them, Master.
I named him Robin.
No, Master Bruce, Batman's a solo gig. You can't have sidekicks and cheapens.
You're right. Robin's a stupid. We're calling him Bird Boy.
No.
Catwoman, Batman, Bird Boy. It's a family thing.
No, it's not. It can't be.
Stop trying to make this family happen. It's not going to. Clearly, you were meant to be alone, big boy.
There you go. All right. That's a little snippet for book club for the men, the women, and everything in between.
Yeah. And Taylor Swift, if you're still looking for any recommendations on where to have your wedding, or if you need someone to write a speech or anything like that, we're certainly available.
That's right.
And
just be in touch.
Tyler Swift, call us.